Hello and welcome back everybody to the channel. Join me in today's review and test drive of a new BYD Seal. Before we go any further in the review, special thanks to Harmony Auto BYD dealership here in Zagreb for making this video possible. I will put all their info in the description below. Welcome back everybody. Like I said in the very beginning, in today's review we have the new BYD Seal. Let's start with the quick overview of this particular brand and the model. This model can be optioned in a couple of very interesting exterior colors. This particular is finished in some type of metallic or pearl white exterior color. Looks absolutely amazing. Also the interior, you can spec it black or a Tahiti blue. Let's start this exterior walk around with a front end design and details. Very sporty and aggressive design. Just take a look, this very narrow LED headlights with very interesting some type of C shape of a daytime running lights, and below that some contrasting black details with a front parking sensors, and in the middle BYD logo. If we take a closer look here on a passenger side profile, we can again see that very sporty front end design. Speaking about sporty bits, 19-inch sorry wheels and tires with this model, some type of gloss black intersections with triangular form BYD design, and interesting detail, we have pop-out door handles, BYD logo in the center part, gloss black B pillars with a tinted rear windows, always nice, useful solution, especially now in the summer months. Some sporty bits, gloss black details all around the windows. And now here on a passenger side we have the charging port. Speaking about the charging options and the battery overall, this particular model comes with the 82.5 kilowatt hour battery pack. You can charge it up to 150 kilowatt and the AC of 11 kilowatts. The BYD Seal can be optioned as a rear-wheel drive model, or like in this particular case, all-wheel drive. And now we come to my favorite exterior part of this example, and that is the detailed 3.8S. If you are wondering what is 3.8 means, it means that this particular model can get 0 to 60 miles or 100 kilometers in 3.8 seconds. And now let's talk a little bit about this rear end design in general. One large LED detail. I will put the lights on at the very end of a video, so stay tuned. Below that we have the button for the electronically release for the boot opening. Below that we have the rear parking sensors with a gloss black diffuser. I forgot to mention, you can probably tell right away, we have the panoramic glass roof, but more of that a little bit later when we go and check the interior. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this exterior design of a new BYD Seal and what would be your ideal color specification. For now, let's proceed with the review. We'll check the boot space, but before that I have a key with me, so I will show you the BYD key design. And now let's go and check the boot set. We press a button and it opens automatically. So around 400 liters of boot space you get with the BYD Seal. The boot opening is pretty wide. It's a classic small sedan or saloon shape. A useful storage here on a driver's side, and on a passenger side we have the subwoofer for the d.o.o premium surround system, 12 speakers with this BYD Seal. Now we will close it again electronically. And the best feature, speaking about the practicality and the boot space, is that with the BYD Seal we have also the 53 liters of storage here in the front. Before I go and sit on these rear seats, we need to talk a little bit about this door design and the materials. But first thing first, this is the door opening angle. We will see later how much knee and leg room I do have. I'm about 184 centimeters tall. Let's talk a little bit about materials. Everything over here is finished in some type of soft materials with some type of microfiber details, contrasting, very sporty stitching. Like we saw earlier, d.o.o 12 speaker surround system, and of course electronically operated rear windows. These seats are perforated in the center part, isofix anchor points with a center armrest reveals to cup holders. One of the best features of the interior, of course, BYD details on the headrest. And also, if you watch my channel regularly, then you probably all know the black roof lining, which I'm a huge fan. And like we saw earlier, the panoramic glass roof. Now from a rear seats of a new BYD Seal. This is my knee room, my foot room, as you can see, and if I sit that straight, I have a couple of centimeters to spare, no problem at all. Even though this is a panoramic sunroof, we have one LED light over here, some useful hooks on a B pillar, and this is the door opening angle. Overall, if you need to carry, let's say, 2 adults of my size, I don't think there will be any issues. For now, just take a look how amazing these front seats looks like. Very sporty in design, but more of that in a second when we go and check the passenger front seat. Before I go and check the passenger front seat, couple of interesting practicality features and details. These seat pockets behind the driver and behind the passenger seat, 2 air vents, extra storage below that, and if I press it over here, it reveals 2 USB charging ports. Now sneak peek of the interior, center dash, and the front seats, similar like in the back. We have the BYD details on a headrest, ISOFIX anchor points, and fully electronically operated these front seats. Now I will go and climb inside. This is my view out. We'll talk a little bit more about this center infotainment system and the digital dials when I go and check the driver's seat. Couple of useful details and features. There are 2 parts over here. You can charge your phone wirelessly up to 15 watts, if I remember correctly. This is the gear selector with a start-stop button and extra shortcuts. 2 cup holders behind that. We have the center armrest, and underneath that, extra amount of storage. Below this center part, this center tunnel, you have huge amount of storage, I have to say, with I think 1 or 2 USB charging ports. Extra air vent, one in the center and one on a far left side. The design and materials are similar like we saw on the doors. So we have on this upper section some type of soft material. It looks like a leather. Contrasting light blue stitching with a light gray parts, and in the center part some type of microfiber or Alcantara details. And I will show you one premium touch with the BYD Seal, and that is the fabric inside the glove box. Welcome now from a driver's seat of a new Seal. As you can see, with this higher spec model, we have the head-up display in front of me. Actually, I don't know how much you can see on a camera. In front of me, 10.25 inch, if I remember correctly, digital dials. Of course, the graphics are excellent. You have everything you need to see with these digital dials. And now we come to this one of the best features of this interior, and that is of course the center infotainment system. It is actually huge in size, 15.6 inch in diameter. This is your home screen, very sleek design, very easy to operate here on a first glance. All the controls are here on the center infotainment system, and of course the air conditioning also, but I have to say it's relatively easy to operate, to be honest. But the best feature with this particular center infotainment system is that you can do this. So you have a landscape or the portrait mode, depending what is your favorite feature. But one thing worth mentioning, the Android Auto and the Apple CarPlay can be used only like this. Now let's talk a little bit about this steering wheel and its design. Nice small BYD logo with the center airbag, flat bottom, very sporty in design with some type of gloss black details. Interesting detail is that all the buttons are still physical, so this is something great and very interesting to know. That some useful cruise control features on a far left side, and for the media voice command on a far right side. Before I go for a short test drive, I will put the lights on and I will put the hazard lights on so you see those in action. Now you can see very interesting LED rear lights design with a dynamic turn signals. Says over here BYD Tech. Just a quick sneak peek of the interior. Blind spot monitoring system, of course, LED turn signals on a side mirrors, and this is now the headlights design with projector lens, LED turn signals, and even on this lower section we have this part for the daytime running lights. Welcome now to a test drive of this BYD Seal. I did some test kilometers already from a dealership here to a parking lot. Couple of interesting details I have to point out. First thing first, with this center infotainment system, I have to say it's very easy to use. The graphics are excellent. It is very large in size, and all the stuff you need to have here for the climate control and so on is relatively easy to have. And like I said, this is my first time that I am in one of the BYDs in general, and of course my first drive in the BYD Seal. Also, sometimes with some models the head-up display can be a little bit distracting, at least in my opinion, but with this particular model I have to say it works great. Another detail, the side mirrors are relatively large and you have a blind spot monitoring system, and these are mounted on a, I would say, far back, so it's very easy to see left and right, even though you have a very sporty and a little bit maybe claustrophobic feel with this model. And again, the brake pedal feel, you can easily adjust it maybe 1 or 2 times. I had the problem with the adjustments, but overall after that everything works great. Now join me in some test drive. We have a bird eye view camera, rear view camera. We have a very nice day today here in Zagreb, and the graphics are excellent. Now we will go for a quick, not a quick but short test drive. And if I go and put it in the drive, you can see the front camera also working in my favor. Of course, with the all electric models, it is so easy to drive these vehicles, especially here around town. The instant torque, and of course you don't have a gearbox, so it's just joy to use those, especially if you, let's say, need to go in some junctions, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Now I will go here on a faster piece of road. One detail I forgot to mention is the suspension and overall comfort level. As you saw earlier, this is a pretty sporty model with a 19-inch wheels and tires, and you would imagine, especially being a fully electric model, that is pretty that the suspension is pretty hard. But I have to say, it's perfectly fine, at least in my opinion. This is something, of course, subjective, so I will highly recommend, if you're interested in this BYD, go ahead and test it on your own. But for me, it works absolutely perfect, especially here in my country. We have some very rough roads, and in my opinion, this is more than fine. Interesting detail worth mentioning with these turn signals is that these are very nicely damped, and you have that premium touch when you're operating these stocks. Overall, I have to say I'm hugely impressed with the BYD Seal. Not only it looks great, it drives well, and the interior, at least in my opinion, is absolutely phenomenal. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this BYD Seal. What would be your ideal trim level? Now, if you can take a look, when I put it in a reverse, we have a folding side mirrors, which is another great detail. And before I go and wrap this video, again, big thanks to Harmony BYD Auto here in Zagreb for making this video possible. I will put all the info in the description below. And thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this BYD Seal in general, and of course the BYD as a brand. Thank you so much for watching this video. Wish you all a very nice day.